Good morning and welcome. Happy Thursday. It's a great day here at the beach. Hope everyone's having a great day. My name's Michelle Hollis and from Sixth Street Consulting, and I'll be sharing a brief overview of SharePoint 2016's direction. And based on where your company is at with collaboration and content currently, some key planning paths to capitalize on Microsoft's best release ever of this popular tool. First, I'm going to give you a little bit of a background on Sixth Street Consulting. We've been in business for 13 years and started with a focus on business first, which remains our motto and guiding principles today. As we consulted with clients, we found that SharePoint was one of the key business enablement tools to be more productive and improve workflows within their organizations. We are clear leaders in this market with numerous accolades and in the top 1% of Microsoft's partner ecosystem. Today's webinar will focus on the evolution of SharePoint, upcoming features, and planning for the future based on where your company is today. It'll be approximately 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll have an open Q&A at the end of the session. Please feel free to ask questions in the I Am window throughout the presentation, and time permitting, we'll be sure to try to answer all of them. If not, we'll absolutely follow up with you after the webinar. The modern workplace. This is a key theme to SharePoint 2016. As features from Office 365 become more cohesive and intertwined with SharePoint, these pillars are integral to both SharePoint Server 2016 and SharePoint Online. We are actually at a point in time that there are more devices than people on this planet. What better way to make this information more consumable than the modern workplace, where modern collaboration, content management, personalized insights, and enhanced security and compliance are priorities. Based on statistics that millennials are taking over the workforce, I know I've got a few on my team, this will become increasingly relevant as they have very different ways of working. One of the most exciting new features is the introduction of Delve, built on SharePoint Search. This enables more relevant discovery of content and people through machine learning. Another great addition is Office 365 Video, to be able to manage and share video across your organization, kind of like YouTube for the enterprise. SharePoint 2016 also has enhanced security and compliance. Numerous advancements including data loss protection, mobile device management, and customer lockbox or encryption at rest. Work is what we do, not where we go. Millennials, as I said, are taking over the workforce. It's estimated they'll be at 50% of the workforce by 2020. The immediate expectations of social and communication networks has become commonplace. SharePoint 2016, along with Office 365, including Delve, Office Graph, OneDrive for Business, Skype for Business, Yammer, Office 365 Video, and all of the other programs we know and love, is the modern workplace. It's enabling information that used to be in silos into a collaborative, consumable environment. And part of staying current in today's business is attracting and motivating new talent. And if you have access to machine learning to innovate your business, you hold the keys to the future, the modern workplace. Socially networked communications are rapidly taking over as a more effective way of exchanging information in the modern world. One recent study estimates that enterprise social platform usage will grow from 208 million in 2013 to 535 million by 2018. So what's driving this growth? Because networks are open and transparent by nature, they help unlock the tacit knowledge of employees and create shared intent. This accelerates innovation, responsiveness, learning, problem solving. People feel more productive and information flows faster. It's more likely to reach the right people through networks, so much more than the hierarchical networks and point-to-point communications. This change in communication tools is putting massive stress on existing hierarchical organizational structures. Built to control information flow, they suddenly need to accommodate networks that are more open and transparent and assume that decisions are made at the edges. One of my favorite examples of hierarchical turning to network is with one of the most hierarchical organizations around, the U.S. Army. They even recognize the power of networks. General McChrystal in Iraq and Afghanistan realized that they were a hierarchy fighting a network. To fight a network, they had to think like a network. They changed their communications. They went from a need to know basis to a need not to know basis for all communications. Suddenly, they were reaching all kinds of people in their own troops, at the ends, the guys in the field, who reached back and helping them, people they would never have thought to reach out to. They also were able to build trust and an aligned purpose amongst the troops, that shared consciousness. As a result, the organization was able to make decisions faster and function at a much higher level. The U.S. Army can do it, so can we. Okay, the evolution of SharePoint. In the beginning, SharePoint started as a document collaboration solution with team sites, and then as it evolved, portals, search, business intelligence, enterprise content management were all brought into the user experience. As SharePoint evolved as a platform, the management and extensibility became key to its effectiveness. There is a common management layer across all of the user experiences and user permissions. The extensibility allows rich customization to solutions. One of the best things about the cloud is you can take the most popular elements of SharePoint user experiences, management and extensibility, and move them forward for all of the Office technologies to create a more consistent user experience across all the products and innovate more quickly. As many organizations still have significant infrastructure investments and customized workflows, in SharePoint on-premise, SharePoint Server 2016, while more secure and scalable, will be significantly easier to use hybrid to take advantage of the cloud experience and a clearer path to migrate to SharePoint 2016. The approach for this version will give organizations varying options in their migration plan with less business disruption and a faster path to innovation. As mentioned earlier, SharePoint and Office 365 are increasingly intertwined. And this is all because it's evolved in the cloud. It's bringing the experiences together. Primary focus will continue to be on the three key pillars of management, extensibility, and experiences. SharePoint 2016 has added new targeted experiences, which will make it easier to build and manage at a lower cost. And it's designed to be more social and mobile. In addition to Delve and next-gen portals, which we will detail a bit more in the upcoming slides, you've got Power BI, self-service business intelligence for the end user, and Yammer, embedded social conversations across Office 365. These are all new experiences brought to SharePoint. And evolution is a journey. What does this mean to your organization? We're going to look at a couple scenarios that you may be at. If you're currently just with Office 365 and SharePoint Online, and you don't feel the need that you need any additional on-prem deep customization, then you're in a perfect spot. You'll continue to get the updates monthly for Office 365 and SharePoint Online, and you don't need to worry about on-prem. If you're SharePoint 2013 with a large on-premises environment, SharePoint 2016 is going to give you the capability of bringing the cloud to your business. If you're not yet leveraging the cloud for your workforce, it can be an excellent transition moving to the cloud while maintaining your custom workflow on SharePoint 2013 on-premise. And then you can move to a true hybrid solution when SharePoint 2016 is released. Okay, now we're going to look at a couple of the new features because these are really, really exciting. Based on what Microsoft has seen with SharePoint over the last decade, they have taken the most often created custom portals by customers and partners and made them available as ready-to-go portals. This is going to reduce your cost to build and maintain these. Office 365 Video is available today, and Delve with Office Graph underneath it will be available later this year. The new profile experience makes finding people and information easier and more comprehensive than ever. A good way to think about Office Graph is it takes signals from people to find the right content, and it takes signals from content to find the right people. Next quarter, there will also be enhancements and integration with OneDrive for Business in SharePoint. Another key feature that is the coolest. Okay, the evolution of enterprise search. This is so awesome. Near the end of this calendar year, the search capabilities will be released that allow searches to be internal and in the cloud, serving up more personalized discovery options, leveraging predictive analytics. One of the best examples of this is hybrid search. No longer two separate search result sets with no affinity to one another. SharePoint 2016 now has a unified result set where you get results from both your intranet and the internet. The power of the Office Graph is applied to your on-premises content, your online content, or a combination of both. Predictive analytics and machine learning span across your on-premise and cloud information to bring the cloud to your business, as opposed to bringing your intranet content to the cloud. SharePoint will continue to remain focused on files, content management, sites, and portals, and will continue to be more cohesive with other Microsoft platforms. Office Graph. You've heard me speak of it briefly over the last couple slides. Office Graph works in the background. It works with different apps and starts consuming signals, content, and interactions. And it applies machine learning principles to determine what is really relevant to you, who you are working with, what are the most important topics. And it's just, the bottom line is it connects apps to apps and teams to teams to close the search and discovery. You couldn't get this from the varying silos inside or outside your organization before. And now you're able to pull that all into one area seamlessly. And it still has the controls and the locks for the information that you want to keep to yourself. So where to start? What does this mean to your business? Being able to tap into the benefits of the cloud while keeping your custom workflow on premise is now a viable option. With SharePoint 2016, it's bringing the cloud to your business. These new features should propel your decision to start planning for a hybrid environment. You can leverage your existing infrastructure investments, your highly customized on-premise investments, while being able to still rapidly adopt the features with Office 365 and SharePoint Online. So as I said earlier, if you have SharePoint 2013 or SharePoint Online, you are in an optimal position for 2016. If you're currently on older versions, 2007, 2010, a move to SharePoint 2013 would be highly recommended in the coming months, because then you can really take advantage of what's available in the cloud and in a hybrid environment as 2016 rolls out. Okay, and taking hybrid forward. As I've said before, migration to SharePoint 2016 will be easier than any previous SharePoint migration. One of the reasons there's such a focus on hybrid is because in the past, hybrid really only existed to mitigate migration pain points. Investments were made in hybrid search and business connectivity services in SharePoint 2013, and it really wasn't a hybrid solution, as 2016 will be. Based on requirements of so many customers that have to remain on-premise for a variety of reasons, corporate compliance standards, data sensitivity issues, there's significant investment in customization. In SharePoint 2016, hybrid means bringing the cloud back to your business and enriching your on-premises experiences with some of the key features like I mentioned, enterprise search and Office Graph. Now, SharePoint 2016 will also be very scalable from from your on-premises infrastructure with the cloud innovation. Your speed and productivity for your users will be fantastic, and you'll still be able to manage it from the IT perspective. So with that, I'll open it up and start answering the questions. Thank you everyone for your time. Much appreciated.